Welcome to the Career Power Pack, the AI-powered system that brings clarity, confidence, and reinvention to your career journey. Powered by Fractional Precision Operations. Identity engineered, career expanded, life upgraded, with precision.
Let's talk about something I think a lot of us have felt. You're an expert in your field, you know your stuff inside and out, but for some reason, that genius gets lost in translation in the corporate world. Well, today we're going to break down a system that claims to be the answer to that exact problem. It's called the Career Power Pack, and honestly, it's a totally different AI-powered way of looking at career reinvention.
So what is this core problem they're trying to solve? It all comes down to this one question. Are you lost in translation at work? And we're not talking about languages here. We're talking about translating your value. You could be a brilliant scientist, an amazing engineer, a total wizard in your world. But if you can't communicate that value in a way a hiring manager or a VP understands, it's like it doesn't even exist. All that potential just isn't connecting where it really needs to.
And this isn't just some vague feeling, right? It shows up in these four really specific, really painful moments. First, there's the resume gap. Your resume is packed with incredible skills, but it gets tossed by some automated system because it doesn't have the right business impact keywords. Then there's the interview confidence gap. That's when you're in the hot seat and you just can't seem to turn your technical know-how into a story that grabs them. Then you've got the career transition blind spot. That paralysis when you know you need a change, but you have no idea how to connect the dots to get there. And maybe the worst one, the salary negotiation uncertainty. Literally leaving thousands of dollars on the table because you don't have the right words to ask for what you're actually worth.
So how do you even begin to fix problems that are this deep? Well, the answer this system proposes isn't just another tool or a quick fix, it's a whole new philosophy. They call it a life operating system. Think of it like you're not just installing a new app on your phone, you're upgrading the entire OS from the ground up. We're not just talking about finding a new job anymore, we're talking about completely re-engineering who you are as a professional.
And this operating system, it has a name, Fractional Precision Operations TEMS, or FPO for short. This is the master plan, the architecture behind everything we're about to talk about. And the goal here is, well, it's huge. To literally upgrade your identity and align your career with the absolute best version of yourself. FPO is built on three main ideas. First up is precision. This means throwing out all that generic one-size-fits-all career advice you see everywhere. It's just noise. Second, strategy. This is all about building a crystal clear, long-term roadmap that is designed just for you. And the third one, agentic execution. This is where things get really futuristic. It means using AI, not just as a glorified spell checker, but as an active guide, an agent that is constantly helping you, course correcting, and speeding things up. It's kind of like having a super smart career coach right in your pocket 24/7.
And this quote, this really just nails the whole philosophy, doesn't it? Look at those words: reinvent, amplify, operate. These are strong words. This isn't about making a few little tweaks to your resume. It's about a massive shift from being a passive job seeker to becoming the active engineer of your own professional life.
Okay, so that's the big picture idea. The philosophy is cool, but how does it actually become technology you can use? This is where we get into the nuts and bolts of the reinvention toolkit. Now, the whole FPO system is broken down into two very different types of tools, and you really got to understand the difference.
Here's the main distinction, and it's super important. On one side, you have agentic tools, and on the other, you have digital twins. The Career Power Pack, which is what we're focusing on today, is an agentic tool. Think of it as tech that's designed to change you, to upgrade your source code, your story, your skills. Digital twins, though, that's about scaling your genius. It's about cloning your expertise so you can do more. So one improves the original, and the other makes copies.
All right, so for the rest of this breakdown, we're putting digital twins aside, and we're going to focus completely on that first category, the Career Power Pack. This is the engine that's built for that deep, personal, identity-level reinvention.
Now, once you're inside the Career Power Pack, you're faced with a choice. There are two different engines, so to speak, depending on where you are on your career journey. So the question for you becomes, do you need to evolve right now, or are you ready to expand?
And here's exactly how that choice breaks down. Over on the left, you've got Evolve. For about $15 a month, it's called the Identity Reset. This is for when you just need clarity, right? It gives you a strategic roadmap and an AI review of your resume to tell you where you stand. But then you've got Expand. For around $50 a month, this is the whole shebang. It doesn't just review your resume, it rewrites it. It optimizes your LinkedIn profile, and it even has an AI interview simulator to practice with.
So, you can think of Evolve as your foundational step.
The tagline says it all: the Identity Reset Engine. This is what you use before you even think about applying for jobs, just to get that solid foundation and a clear sense of direction.
Expand, on the other hand, is the full-on execution system. It's not just about making a plan, it's about building your entire professional brand, from your resume all the way to your salary negotiation strategy. Like the tagline says, this is career reinvention engineered.
Okay, so we've got the philosophy and we've got the tools. But what does it actually feel like to go through the process? How does this system take someone from feeling totally lost to landing a new career? Let's walk through it.
The whole thing is basically a three-step sprint. Step 1 is analyze and strategize. The AI digs deep into your experience and builds you a custom 12-month strategic plan. Step 2 is optimize and enhance. This is where it completely rebuilds your resume and your LinkedIn profile to get past those annoying bots and in front of actual human beings. And then Step 3 is all about the interview and negotiate phase. You actually train with an AI simulator and get scripts and coaching to absolutely nail that final salary talk.
So you might be asking, okay, but who is this really for? Well, while the system apparently has a lot of users in healthcare and life sciences, the target mindset is way broader. It's really designed for that career pivoter who feels lost or that high achiever who's just hit a wall and feels invisible. Basically, it's for anyone who's just tired of the chaos of the modern job search and wants a clear, data-driven system to follow.
Of course, none of this matters if it doesn't work. So the big question is, what are the results? Well, the source material gives us some pretty compelling data from its user base of over 500 people.
Okay, first key number. The average salary increase that users report is $12,000. Let that sink in. That suggests that the system's intense focus on communicating your value and on negotiation, well, it pays off. Literally. And the second big metric is this: an 87% interview success rate. Now that right there speaks directly to solving that interview confidence gap we talked about at the very beginning. It's about turning all that expertise into stories that actually land you the job offer.
You know, numbers are one thing, but it's always great to put a human face on it. Here's a quote from someone named May, who made a huge pivot from being a scientist to a data analyst. She said, "The roadmap and LinkedIn keywords gave me a clear path. My transition finally made sense." And that just perfectly captures that promise of creating clarity out of chaos.
And in the end, it all comes together in this really powerful three-part promise. The whole idea is that first, your identity is engineered. Once that's solid, your career expands. And the ultimate outcome of all of that? An upgraded life.
Which kind of leaves us with this one last really big question to think about. We're watching AI evolve from a simple tool that helps us with tasks to a full-blown system that can actually architect our professional lives. So, is this what the future looks like? Are AI architects going to be the new career coaches? It's a pretty fascinating glimpse of where this could all be heading.